Thank you so much, Gary. Moving on from gun violence in schools, let's discuss a topic buzzing around the education system: mental health. The topic of mental health is trending with the role of schools being a delicate conversation. What exactly is mental health? Mental health is the state of our social, emotional, and mental well being. It affects how we interact with others and our environment. Stressors are things that cause your well being to decline. With the stressors of today's gas prices, politics, new strands of COVID-19, and more, it's increasingly important to take care of our mental well being. Both adults and children experience these stressors and need to take care of their mental health. To help students respond to these stressors, school districts are getting more involved in children's mental well being. What can teachers do to help children manage their stress, and how does it help? Well, according to education professor Dr. Michael Stoll and the U.S. Texas Health and Human Services, we can teach students interpersonal skills that help students look inwards towards themselves to determine their feelings. Developing interpersonal skills can help a child gain self-confidence in their own abilities. The second category is using interpersonal skills. These skills teach students to reach out to others for help. Not only does developing interpersonal skills teach the student to ask for help, it increases their communication skills. The child learns that they do not need to go through their mental illnesses alone. The third and final category are physical skills. You know those puppets and those really fun fidget toys? This is where that category comes in. These skills include, but are not limited to, breathing techniques, stress toys, and reducing stimulants in your environment. These three categories help people manage their stress every day. Using these techniques, hopefully, mental health is not going to be a delicate conversation when it comes to school's involvement. Thank you so much. So I made a news segment because parents have a large impact over what happens in the classroom. If parents are more aware of the benefits and want their children to learn these skills to help their mental well-being, then it's more likely that it will be allowed to be taught in schools. Personally, half of my school district that I came from is not into wanting to teach children mental skills, and it shows when they get to high school and they are completely stressed because they have a paper to turn in and they don't know how to ask for help or how to reach out. And I came from one of those elementary schools. My friend, on the other hand, came from one of the elementary schools where they taught mental health and they taught all of these interpersonal skills and intrapersonal skills. And it was really because the parents wanted and demanded that it was added to the curriculum in their schools. So I know that parents really make a difference on whether or not children are going to be taught these mental health skills. And I think that the news sources reach the highest amount of people, whether that news goes on to Facebook or goes on to Instagram or Twitter. It's going to reach a lot of parents, and that's who needs to advocate for that to be taught in schools. So that's my project, and that's why I did a news segment. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your class.